Hi and welcome back, my lovely little hoppity bippity boppity bunnies. And in this video, I'm showing you how I made this Cara Delevingne look that she was wearing on Instagram. I don't know where she went. I don't really care, but I loved the look of it and I decided to recreate it because I actually already had this green silky fabric that is kind of a synthetic fabric, which I don't really like, and it's making me staticky, but I wanted to use it because it's a beautiful fabric and this is the look that I recreated by doing it myself. So let's get into it. I mean, look at these cuties. Anyway, here is my little sketch I did to just, see the colors, whatever. And we're gonna start out with the shirt. I used this dress pattern by Mood, and I just kind of cut it somewhere, the length that I thought I needed. I recommend making it longer though. So this is me cutting out the pattern. This fabric is absolutely frustrating. It's just slippery and slides everywhere. And I basically had no control over it. But I'm just kind of doing my thing, cutting the sleeves and the body and the collar. And I start out by sewing the shoulder seams together. And then I actually continue by doing the collar. I interfaced one piece of it and I left the other one normal, and I sew together the collar part, right sides along the upper edge first. And with this fabric I just kind of did my best and cut off where you can see what it looks like. Anyway, I do make sure to cut the corners so they will be sharp and precise. And then I flip it inside out and poke it with scissors to make it all nice and flat. And then I gave my best to iron this over. Maybe I would have needed a thinner interfacing. And then this is the collar stand. And I'm going to have to sandwich the collar part in the middle of the collar stands, and then sew along the top of the collar stand, catching the collar in between. And I was watching another tutorial from this lovely lady that I will link below for you on how to make a proper collar with collar stand.
It's kinda crazy, the kinds of things life throws at you. I never knew I'd feel so safe in your arms. Now you're all I need.
Anyway, this is what it looks like, and I'm gonna cut off the excess, and then I'm also gonna snip the curve and poke it inside out.
As fast as the seasons changed, my heart was stolen. Parts of me that were broken found love. And no amount of distance can change how I'm feeling, 'cause I know this is real. I'm so happy.
And then I'm actually already sewing it onto the top part without the sleeves because it's gonna be a little bit easier to handle under the machine. And so I am pinning the collar together on one side, and then after I'm gonna flip it over and top stitch it like so. Next up, I am attaching the sleeves, and I like to do that before I sew the side seams because it's just easier for me to, in the end, sew the side seams together. You don't have to be as accurate with your armhole, and with your cutting, this was impossible anyway.
They can't compare to your light.
So I also sewed the button placket in the front. I'm not adding any buttons because they are not necessary. And I also hemmed it in the end, which was a struggle as well. So yeah. The cuffs are missing. I am cutting out some huge, gigantic, big cuffs. I don't even plan on buttoning them. I just plan on leaving them open as sort of like a style choice.
With you, the future seems so bright. Won't you stay here by
I am also interfacing them, and then I'm sewing them right sides together and flipping them inside out. And I just attached them to the sleeves as well with the right side, and then I think I overlocked the inside. I also made 2 very, very long straps to just go along where the cuffs are for a little bit of a fashion statement thing. I don't know.
Never knew I'd feel so safe in your arms. Now you're all I need. It wasn't long before I knew that I fell for you and you had my heart. As fast as the seasons changed, my heart was stolen. Parts of me that were broken found love. And no amount of distance can change how I...
Next up, the corset. I used a pattern by Arena Black, but I don't think it's available anymore. I think I downloaded it a while ago. And these are all the pieces that I used. There's an excessive amount of pieces, but it does look really nice. And I'm just stitching together the left side and the right side of the corset because I'm going to be adding a zipper in the middle and a lace up in the back for ease of getting into.
Can make me feel the way that you do. Feels like I'm dancing.
And then I make sure to iron it very well at every step. I insert my zipper, which I'm not going to show because that was like the first time I inserted a zipper. It is a separating zipper, and I'm sure you can do it. This was just what made the most sense to me. I did not watch a tutorial, I just kind of did how I thought it was supposed to go. There's probably more intelligent ways to do this.
Was enough. It's hard to imagine life without you in it. Even if at a distance, I'm still happier. Baby, won't you listen when you feel you're missing me?
I then realized that I didn't want to top stitch and add the boning. I realized that I only wanted to add the boning to the inside of my corset because it just looked really weird with the top stitching. I did it and I had to undo all of it, and it was very sad. So I just added the boning directly to the inside of the corset. I'm doing this in a super dumb way because I already sewed the zipper in, but I'm not redoing the zipper. So I just had to kind of shove them in there while it was still half sewn together. Anyway, this is what it looks like, and now I'm sewing the back together. And I make sure I add some stitching to add a boning channel right where the lacing up will go.
Never knew I'd feel so safe in your arms.
And I mark where I want the end of the corset and I bind it with some bias tape, and then I'm already done. So it does require some pulling of the shirt, and as you can see in the back it's quite short. That's because of, you know, the booty, and I guess I would make it longer next time, but you know, You don't have to wear shorts under it. I might wear something else. I did feel a little bit like a supermodel, and I will explain to you all the mistakes and the things that I don't like in just a second. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!
No, I ain't trying to catch up to you. All I can be is authentic, you gon' get the truth. It's the truth, hey, I ain't really got no blame. I don't wear no chain. You know when you see me around town, let me do my thing. I ain't really proud of
Okay, so what I would change next time are these things. I obviously used the wrong fabric because it's stretchy, and that's why everything here pulls. And also I actually really like that you cannot see the boning from the outside, and the seamless look it has on the top. Next up, the fabric of the top. It is very staticky, and I hate that. It looks great, but it feels not that great. And also, corset wise, in the back I obviously made the corset too small. Like the middle part where there's waist reduction, and I don't really get that. It doesn't happen for me. Like it fits good at the top and like at the bottom, but where there's the waist, it doesn't really work. Yeah, I think it looks like Cara Delevingne's. So what else do we want?
I got it, that's true.